Let's get the show on the road. Basically, gonna do an early stream today. Think everything's set up. I know I tested audio real quick, so we aren't gonna mess up entering this time. And we're gonna go run to the spot. Road it up. That's right, Dragon. How's it going? I didn't break it this time. I learned from yesterday. It's very interesting that I still have my casting problem. I wonder why I broke it. Like, did I maybe move? Oh, I did. Look, the casting bars aren't there anymore. So this is a positioning problem. Where did I put the cast bars? Did I turn them off on accident? Maybe I did that. I'll go test that and fix it when we bazaar out. Anyways, hope you've been doing well, and these guys are in my way. So yeah, basically we are going to do our dailies as per usual. And once we finish our dailies, we're going to go hit up maybe some more Pantheon, maybe some ROF2 Plus. I know you want to redeem it. Maybe spend an hour on that. That would be nice. I'm a bit tired today, so I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, but that's also why I'm starting a little earlier. Actually, I'm significantly early. It's almost like 3. But oh well. But yeah, hope you've been well, Dragon. I figured something out, and I have no idea when it started. Obviously, it was probably about the point I started complaining about it. But my NVIDIA encoder for OBS somehow got disabled. So when my OBS was streaming, it was using software rendering, which was obviously bogging my CPU. And that's why my performance went to shit. And so I had to like reinstall my NVIDIA drivers to fix it. And yeah, just the general burden on my PC was that much higher because of it. So, not the greatest. But I fixed it. It should now not be a problem. I went ahead and turned on this guy. Camera's a little low. This reward is temporarily out of stock. Yeah, it's because they redeemed it less than 24 hours. Happens. You gotta wait a little bit. It's because, remember, Dead Zergling redeemed it less than 24 hours ago. We could always just do the actual event and you can pay later. But do it on credit. But yeah, let me fix my cast problem. So on load, cast does all these event subscriptions, and main does initialize cast. So why is cast disabled? Was it maybe turned off on accident? The values say 1. I'm not sure. I don't have that level of granularity. It's built into Twitch, and Twitch just has a set timer. I can't go in there and just say, I should do it once every stream. I have to do it like once every 12 hours or once every whatever. So. Okay, so why is this draw? I mean, it's honestly fine with 24 hours. It could even be longer, to be honest. Okay. I'm going to hit run and figure out if we get the rendering message. We do not. So why is cast not getting called on draw? It's because draw isn't registered. That's why. That would do it. There. We fixed it. Cool. Yay. All right, so we got to put on some buffs. Once these are done, we go hit up Sleeper Cycle, maybe do Fear, maybe do Pog, and spend a little time killing ROF2 progress, and then we move on to Pantheon, potentially. It could be fun. I kind of had fun with Pantheon yesterday. I won't even be streaming by the time you redeem. Yeah, potentially. But again, I will pretty much just treat it as if you redeemed and just go do that anyways. Like, you don't have to redeem. That's literally just a way to encourage me to do certain things. All right, so we got the dots on. Let's toss a rage. My pants are leveling. And my spells are casting. Much better.
Enraged.
Sweet. Sewer catfish. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do, we can load up some music while we're doing the grind. You got a video game preference? Hopefully the volume isn't too loud. Sadly, say I don't know about music.
Enraged.
Yeah. It distracts me when I'm doing very monotonous things like killing Sleeper. Dum. Doesn't bother you though. Perfect. Bum, 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 bum. Wow. The big fish sound. Oh, it's just tattered shoes. Sounded more impressive than it really was. It has been over 14 hours since the last Sleeper kill. Yep. How you doing, Dead Zergling? Cobalt Cod for the win. Just happy it's Thursday and I have almost nothing to do. Yep. Days of minimum work is always the best. Fetid bass. Womp womp. Alright. Think we're ready? Anything we need to set? Not really. My illusion got messed up order-wise. A little annoying. There. Okay. I won't fish you doing this kill. You can. It's all good, dude. It's a pretty chill fight. I just have to, like, pay attention on occasion if my health gets too low. That's about it. I'm just gotta life tap more is all. Like that. Doom, boom, boom, boom. I've done this enough times where not exactly a difficult fight. Just monotonous. So Darwell's asking about the Grand Master trophies on THJ. Your best bet is probably to look up the item on THJ DI and then kind of reverse from there all the recipes and combining in order to get to the final. That would be the way I'd recommend doing it. Yes, exactly, Dead Circling. The ultimate challenge is just staying awake. Got a Salt Rodder Croc. That's a more recent one. Yeah, pretty much when you get to about 40%, I start to actually burn. Until then, it's just put dots on DPS. Okay, so is this the one that sucks? I think this is the one that sucks. Fine, I'll kill him. He doubles dispels. That's gross. He actually hits pretty hard too. Let me put a defensive up just in case. Hey, Prime Time. Hope you're doing well. Got a Mud Skipper. Whoa. You got Finnegal. I'm like, that's a lot of money. Was that your first fish time ever? Man, that's like augers. Oh, that was Dead Circling. Okay, so you have fished before. No. That was like your first win, I think. Oops, starting to die. Come on, heal me. Heal, heal. There we go. Getting rocked there for a sec. Dude, that's crazy. You got a legendary your first try. Yeah, I'm paying attention. Gotta hit my spike draws harder is all. No crab dance, Malik? Good to see you, dude. This Zeshi dude is kind of nasty, actually. But he's dead. Now we're back to the groove. There it is. Got a Thulian Mud Skipper. Torn. Alright. Back to the groove. To the grind. To the play. Put some dots on them. That's why I let you guys fish, and that's why I put on music. Just to keep myself entertained. Still got defensive going. Pretty much dead. Restock that vending machine. Speaking of, I don't even know if my trader's still up. Nope. I need to toss that on at some point. mud skipper. Meh. You got a bloodfin trout though, earlier. Prime time, that's not too bad. Sewer catfish from Dragon. Pretty low tier. That was cod, yeah. Okay, so he's at about 40%. When he hits 40 officially, I put on Focus of Arcanum and Funeral Pyre. Arcanum. And then I dot him up. Alright, here it comes. Okay, Focus of Arcanum, Funeral Pyre, do a full dot rot. Let's see how many actually land. Most are not. Come on. Alright, let's turn on Mighty Strike as well. Where did I put Mighty Strike? Oh, it's right there. Alright. So now he's getting close to low mana, or low health. He starts officially needing a burn at 25. And we are at 27. So, alright. Improved, prolonged, and do a full burn. My health gets low. Flip to... It's the only part I really got to pay attention to, just because I got to DPS a little harder. But it's not even like that hard, just more turn on the burns and tap hard.
Enraged.
Okay, he's enraging. I'm gonna go ahead and do rage and explode him. That was easy, 60 seconds. I actually hit 16k DPS for a bit there. That wasn't bad. And got a regular Scale of Torment. Womp, womp. So, Boots of Insanity are worth 25 plat. Helmet is worth a little money if it's legendary. This thing is now down to 300 plat. So, congrats, loot. Go do our Draco kill, and then do a zone-wide slot clear real fast. Interesting sound. Oh, it's the Clockwork Koi. Alright, Dracolich. Give me something good to eat. I've been killing you daily for a very long time, so... Nope. Nothing like usual. Alright, CT. Show us how it's done. I'm gonna toss down a ward. Do a frenzied. Oh shit, I don't have my A's up. I'm dumb. Let's see if I can load up a couple at least. I mean, I might be able to kill them with just Zephyr. It's gonna be a little harder. definitely harder. Tenacity. Go on, Zephyr. Land, Zephyr. Land or die. I die. Oh, I got it. Somehow. I thought I was dead. Alright, let's try again. What I should be doing is a flop ZE. There we go. That's better. Come on. So, why am I not landing? There it is. Alright. I should honestly use my life and life click while I'm waiting on AE. Alright. I think the music's kind of fitting. Damn it. There we go. Doing this with 1 AE is definitely harder.
Thanks for the follow, Flyfish N1.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. Damn it, my boots, or my legs are done. I'll have to clean that up here in just a sec. Did I hear you correct? You've been trying Pantheon? I did it for the first time yesterday, Papa. Where did you hear about that from? The plan, which I do need to inform Shrewkron that I can't play on Saturday, but at least Sunday and Friday night. Oh, right on. But yeah, dude, I am playing Pantheon probably after I finish my dailies and I do some ROF2 plus dev time. I'll probably continue my little monk that I've been soloing. Should be fun. It's been pretty chill. Not even high enough to die yet for EXP loss. Anyways, hope you're doing well, Papa. So yeah, I managed to kill Fear without even using more than 1 AE. 3 Pauldrons of Ferocity is pretty sad.
Enraged.
Alright, so we now have my shiny metallic pantaloons. The more laid back and slow, lots to explore. I hadn't planned on going back, but a couple friends bought it. I've been hanging out with them. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm playing it. Is a couple friends were planning to do a static group. I'm playing on Black Moon, I think is what it's called. So, that's fun. Yeah, I want to say Black Moon. So there's a mob somewhere here. But why can't... He's not attacking me. Is it just this worry wraith? Did I root him or something? Yep, I rooted him too far away. He's been standing there staring at me this whole time. Kind of funny. So my old legs were these. I have a scale of dodging and some armored protection. I wonder if this is going to be enough to fix my spell damage issue. Probably not. So this is 30. And if I put on... See, I'm at 750 right now. But if I swap to my shield, I go down to 721. And then this adds 18. So what is that? 721, 731, 739. So I need 739, 750. Definitely need more spell damage. Scale of Torment would only give 2. I have some other spell damage to Augs. I'll probably put dodging back on. And then, I might take the 30 penalty for now. And just go for an armor protection on my legs. Because that puts me up to 2800 AC. And yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Are you having fun trying to make it so you fish a bazillion times? Cool, so we're done here. Okay. Is there anything else we care about in here? I don't think so. I do need to fix my legs. I actually have guardian leggings. I should pop those on. I can't sell. I wonder why not. There, now I can sell. It looks like that item has no value. Well, F in chat then. What next? Let's go do Karner. Let's actually load my AEs. And is Captain up? I don't see Captain. Captain is over there. Stupid torch. What am I up to in here? I usually just snag the ancient Shishargons, and so the effort I just did there, watch how much money I make. So like killing all of CT made me about 5k, which wasn't too bad. But like typically taking the route I just did, I probably should have gotten the hand room though, because there's a lot of drops in there that are pretty good money. Stupid backpack. Yep, exactly. So like there I just got Blood Ember boots. And if I get the Ancient Shisargons, they sell decent. It's just pretty good money for the effort. That's about it. That's what 99% of what I do anymore is. Just loot. Anyways, we didn't get the gaunts. The arms, yeah. See, that gave me 1,000. And that wasn't really even a good run. Let's go do Skyfire. Let's do my cycle. Oh, you mean these arms that I had drop? Not today, but... Actually, I think Zerg made me some at one point. And hey, Arkdanon, how you doing? Rude. Not sure I'm vibing with this song anymore. You guys have any recommendations for games? Like N64 or Super Nintendo music soundtrack? Zombies ate my neighbors. I think that was indirectly referenced. Where's the first song? I think it's this one. There it is. Cool. I got DI. That's right, Stabface. Yeah, if you don't have friends to play Pantheon with, I don't know if it would be worth it. It's a pretty slow grind, best solo. I wouldn't buy it if I wouldn't have. It's a weird sound, the sample. Ew, that's a lot of frenzied ranked doors. This is going to be annoying to fight. Those are normals at least. I think you put in the Steam EA to get some more money. It's alpha for sure. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. We're going to do a ward, defensive, and Puritors, and just start kabooming. And those Rachnars are the only real part that's going to be really dangerous, since you can't really resist them. But I think we're doing fine. Let's go ahead and do an improved Frenzied as well, just because. Good enough. Let's go kill the Ardar now. Okay. Now we blow him up. Salty whitefish. Okay, I think I'm done with zombies. What should we move on to next? I always thought this theme sounds like Mega Man. I mean, Mega Man is Konami, right? Womp womp, Shield of Elders. I could do growth. Don't really want to. I don't like growth very much. The ward trick did kind of work though. All right. Good times. So next question. I think Mega Man was just Capcom. Oh, okay. That does sound right. That is mostly what stops me from Pantheon. On the one hand, new world to explore, new enemies to get destroyed, but on the other, slowly grind to 40, ultimately get mad I can't solo certain mobs as it is not a solo kind of game. Lol. Man, even if it is a full solo server in game, it's not fun and, like, in my opinion, to solo everything. So this is the new challengers. Let's see what Guile sounds like. The infamous. Okay. So, is it time to work on RF2+? What time is it? Just about to hit 3:30. Let's work on it for a bit. Plus it up. Does fishing overlay on this proper? Yeah, it does. Good. Except, let's take Spinach Shin Spark out of the picture though. I was trying to turn this into a window, but oh, interesting. Did I take out the paths directory? I did. I should fix that. So, there's two aspects to Visual Studio, or the ROF2 Plus that I could work on. Avenue 1 is updating like the patcher and validator and making sure it's solid. But Avenue 2 could be fun. Specifically, figuring out a way to do this whole EQG override mechanic and make it better. The idea that I'm kind of mulling over lately is design a appending system. Okay, so I did keep these local edits. That's good. Alright, this music's a little too intense. I need like background. What's a good background music game? Something just for the background. Don't even... Most Nintendo music is pretty intense. We could do some... Ocarina of Time. I hate that bug, by the way. There we go. So, something I'm envisioning we can talk about while I work on ROF2 Plus. And this is this. I wrote a system where you have this. The general idea behind this was a patcher could apply the first two files, and then override would be for like a client or a player to override the system. Yeah, Symphony of the Night is an amazing soundtrack. But this thing doesn't have it in its little MIDI player. I don't think. Yeah, there's no PlayStation in here. But that is an amazing soundtrack. You are absolutely correct. So what I'm imagining to kind of revamp this is, let's assume no matter what, ROF2 is base. So root directory is always going to be the fallback. And root directory means the typical path that you would look. And what we have is directives where by default DIRs can have entries inside of it like mods equals mods, or maybe even like a priority system. So it's like first in, first to load. So then you could do something like very similar to what I have structured now. But the difference is whenever EQ loads, it will just check if mods has the file. If it does, load it from there. If it doesn't, fall back to LS. There's another layer, and that's going to be, honestly, what I'm kind of imagining. Let's say dir.i and I just have subdirectories, and these can be specified so you can, you know, put this to whatever path you like. Oh, the problem with that. No, that works. Okay. And then inside of these paths, you have subdirectories. And what you can do is set it up where you have the append feature, where essentially the EQG gets side-loaded, then root EQG gets loaded. And then otherwise, there's the replace feature. And this is the default behavior. So if we did this in this sort of manner, what we could even do is make it where in mods, you have an append subdirectory, and any EQGs in here are going to get appended during the load of whatever file is specified. The only problem with this design, though, is there's going to be cases where, for example, like global is going to have multiple mods appended to it. And ideally, we should load all of them in some cool magical way. I could iterate the path, make a lookup table, and then use a pattern so that you can index them with like a third-party tool. I know a lot of these fixes have been done though with like Nexus mods and stuff. Or even the DOS2 loader. But I have like full control, and I'm trying to think of a pattern that would give us the most flexibility. We could just use a file pattern that implies the directive. So we have like mods, and then we have like append global car s3d. And then you also have mods. Yeah, and so if it has a prefix pattern of append, this is a reserved flag. This music's actually very annoying. Anyways, if it has the append prefix, this means that this is a partial file, and it needs to be loaded in tandem with the data on the machine. Yeah. That's probably better than a subdirectory. And we also could create a numbering system that will allow you to index. So, okay, let's just say we did something like you see there. Ideally, actually, we should do this. And the reason is then when you sort the files alphabetically, all the global character SRDs will be upmost. This is an optional parameter that basically says this is a Delta file. And this is also an optional parameter that basically allows you to stagger load order and, you know, make them make them stack with each other. So with this all in mind, though, we have this dir system, and we have like, we could also create new adjectives. So like the adjectives are like append, right? There could also be fallback. And the idea is that when a directory is listed here, you can default a prefix to it. And if there's no pattern detected, it overrides with that. It's very critical now. RF2 is not able be got. Don't clarify that one. I wonder if stack make EQ use more memory. That is one issue I hear crashes RF2. Wonder if stack, what is stack? Like a stack of EQGs, like what I'm working on right now? I can't understand you, dude. But, yeah. If I had a method like this, it's already back, dude. Did you see the news? It was a temporary bug in Steam. You can get it again. Yeah, it was never gone. Technically, they didn't do that. That was speculation. What actually happened was Valve messed up, uploaded something, and it screwed up archival manifests. So, and yeah, we'll talk about that stuff later as far as what the manifest and stuff is. I'd have to hop on Discord to properly grab that. But okay, so if we did something like this, where essentially you have path, adjective, and this is essentially a behavior or operation, and then you have an override inside the path as well. What this would allow currently, I have a mapping. I'm gonna have to create a struct. No, don't print. Where's the GitHub Copilot window? There it is. Create a new struct with properties of... What properties do I need? I need things like alias, path, adjective, or I guess we can call it operation, and priority. Okay, phishing stopped. Me C code. That sucked. No more phishing out of me. Because you got the bear and flounder. No. There it is. Okay. Let's call it PFS operation. even though we technically called it EQG load, it's really a PFS operation. And instead of overrides, it'll be called PFS directions. It's going to add memory, but it's going to be not huge. It's just directories. It's just folder file paths. But I'm going to go ahead and essentially have this struct, and we're going to rename so that we also probably want in here file name. So we have alias, file name, and on construct, it essentially sets all these values. And in here, we're going to put the PFS operation as a pointer. And technically we can take the path out because config paths would have that in its loader. But that's a double lookup. I may as well just put it in a single vector. This is a map, which means the key value pairs would technically need to be an array. Why isn't this supported? It's because it's not included? Yeah. Doesn't like my pointer. I don't actually know how to do a pointer to a struct. I think it's by default a pointer because you have to allocate memory for it. But okay, so let's assume we go this route. And now we have PFS overrides. And what we've just done is when the hook initializes, I could do it in real time. The only slight issue though with real-time injection is we don't know the paths. We can basically predict the paths though the moment we load this data in. So on boot up, the moment my injection occurs, there'll be a split second where it will iterate the paths for the files I care about, which I think EQ actually has in here. We can basically say, write me code that iterates a path and looks for every file that has a EQG extension on it. Let me see how he writes this. Yeah, so EQG files is just iterating the standard file system with, yeah, so standard file system has a recursive directory iterator, and this should be pretty fast. The only problem is if I do add this, if you inject files after EQ has loaded, we would need a way to do a refresh. And I don't necessarily want to trigger this on every zone, nor do I want it to be on demand. So this would just be a one-time thing when you build the cache. That could be good. It's a good question. Honestly, before I start doing this huge revamp, I probably should double check I can do the append feature. But you know, let's go ahead and just test it real fast. So we were about to inject. We're going to iterate the directory. And we're going to go ahead and import. Why is standard file system not included? It's because it's its own import. Okay. So directory path is literally just going to be based on directories here. So once we get dirs, maybe even dirs override, we're going to do the standard file system lookup for this, and we're going to create a new struct. You can't do a pushback though. This could be correct though. We essentially find out if the path extension is EQG. We look at the directory's override style. I'm not sure if I'm liking this or not. Let's do this. We're going to stash these changes just because we put some time into it. This is going to be the just a PFS operation stash. That works. Now we're reverted. And what we're going to work on instead is an append feature. And to test it, we're just going to make it where if there's a mod file being loaded with the EQG load call, and we're going to actually write a delta real quick. That should be pretty easy to do. Okay, so C drive games EQ. We're going to grab I mean, let's grab Jamfest EQ. And then let's grab mods. Actually, what is THJ RF2 Plus? Does this have mods? It does have mods. So, okay. What we'll do is this ROF2 plus THJ. We'll get it patched because it's a little behind. We're going to override the D input. Yeah. With this new one that we're about to compile. Though, what do I have it set to by default? Output directory is just the bin directory. And for debugging, it just goes to the output directory. I would actually rather fix the output directory to go to this path. set it so that the DIRs in here, which currently is set for Larian Song and mods, we're going to take out the Larian Song entry for now. Just have mods. And when we see a mods override or EKG load, what we are going to say is to first run EKG load with a trampoline on that path, and then return with the fallback. So what this will do, actually we should do it the other way though. So we load the base, no, we want the overrides first. Okay. So what this should do, in theory, is now this DIRS only has mods. This file, we have these two files we're going to take out. We're going to go into global character, which is right here. And what we're going to do is take like the dark elf female texture here. We're going to toss it into Asprite. And essentially mod a face and pack that as its own file. We could technically do this without even using Quail. We can literally just copy this file, go into mods, make a folder, call it globalcar.quail. Heck, you can even just do _ globalcar.s3d. Pop this in here, and we can mod it. Interesting, it's so dark red, but whatever. We're going to just, right? And we're going to zip that real fast. So C drive games, EQ, ROF2 plus, mods, and then we're going to do a Quail zip on global character S3D. Oh, is this old school? It's old school. That's fine. All right, so we just made this global character. And as you see, it literally just has this asset in there. And the idea is that I'll be able to override this one texture with this mod. And this would probably work with every fragment type too in a world file, which is probably going to be test number 2 once we confirm this works. I'm going to add a breakpoint, start the debugger. And in theory, we'll hit the breakpoint on load because global should be loaded about now. We didn't hit a breakpoint. That's not good. We also have no models. Interesting. Is it because they are... Oh, because Lucklin is loaded. I think I have Lucklin on. Potentially. Let's find out. All PC Lucklin models off, true. So no, that is not the case. Did the debugger ever show an override, and did it ever trigger? So it did route the file load, but why didn't it breakpoint? Oh, it routed the file load, but not the EKG load. So what we probably need to do is replicate this here. Let's try that. You hope they see a DLL for LS to add newer zones to it. I mean, technically, we should be taking the latest of MQ next and using that similarly to how we did EQ Core. Kata already actually forked it and turned it into a D input, but I do know that there's talk about Brainiac. Okay, so now we have the models loading. Again, though, it didn't hit my breakpoint. Did it do the override, though? So it does say it routed it. Oh, I didn't put a breakpoint on it. That's why. So if we go to a female dark elf and it has that face that we messed with, does it look wrong? No. Okay, so let's test the other way, which is we load my asset as a final call. The question is, can I override texture files without requiring a whole new asset? Okay, so here's the breakpoint. We know that it did the routing. Okay, we're having the models not be loaded. So it overrode everything. That is not what I wanted. This is during the file load. I was really hoping this would work. Did I miss something? Okay, so we're doing an EKG load for like equipment 1 and RPT. And you can see it's doing its normal routine here. Interesting that file open is not being called. Did that ever actually route? I want to say it did, but yeah, it did. And this is a, oh, it's because we didn't have it up here. What's interesting is that global character is actually never being file loaded. See that? It says like using original file load. Oh no, it does. Routed file load. I guess we can try doing this. But yeah, this isn't looking good, unfortunately. We're going to be struggling a bit with getting appending. I was really hoping this would work, but poopy.
Snortech just subscribed. What up, Zachary?
Hey, dude. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for your prime. I am working on a pretty cool little mechanic where... So what does this respond with? What's the resp? Why am I not getting the overlay on resp? We loaded the root directory graphic, and now we're about to load the new path of mods. But we're not getting the response. Where's locals? And then resp is not listed on here. Rude. Yeah, and see, we don't have assets. Well, let me think. We might be SOL, at least on doing the route I was hoping. We could look at... I don't think IDA is going to give us any insight. All right. Well, with this in mind, I can't do the cool thing, and that's fine. I can work with that. Let's get back to ROF2+. This was all part of ROF2+, but yeah. It's been about 30 minutes. We'll continue. Let's work on... We want to clone. Acadius has a project that's called, like, Expansion Switcher. And I'm going to use it for inspiration on how I should set up my Fine UI. So, oh, I already had it cloned. Of course I did. I have a tendency to not look before I reclone. Okay. Let's go get that original version. This is not HTML. This is Go. All right. Setting up the workspace. We're up to date. So this uses a makefile, but I'm pretty sure Fine, or what is it, Whales can run it just by doing a dev call. Don't know if I have npm installed on here though. I might have to go download that. Yep. Executable not found. Isn't npm typically installed just by grabbing node? Okay, so we got to get nvm. Is anyone here a node expert, by the way? I like how it's ironically written in Go. Why is this going to antivirus when I click the download? Oh, it's the antivirus results. I see. I don't need you to install it. I'm fine with it in the path. Let's see how bad this goes. So we're going to go to the EQ expansion switcher. And we're just going to put NVM in here. Oof, I don't want it like that. That's gross. I was hoping it was a standalone binary, but of course it isn't. Oh well. Let's see if it runs. NVM then needs a setup environment. I don't know, let's use latest. Is there a latest? Okay, can we use 16? NVM install 16? Install 16? Can't open settings. That. All right, where settings? That text. Okay. Is there a Docker? Yeah, I want to make a Docker image, I think. Or I can just go install. Okay, what is NVM Windows? Isn't this literally what I just installed? I think though it does not. Let me run the executable, I guess. Sure. I really hate installing things to my base OS like this, but oh well. Why is NVM not recognized? I literally just installed it. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's go in here. We have all this crap that I just accidentally versioned. We can discard it all. It's fine. Don't version that. Is it done with the installer? Okay, why is the installer frozen? Oh, it's because I'm using a command prompt. No. That's why. Okay. So let's try that again. Okay, can we start a new terminal and get NVM to work? Nope. Okay, can we reload the window and get it to work? No. Okay, let's close all of VS Code. Now, let's see if we can get it to work. Yes. Okay. We're going to grab EQ expansion switcher. We're going to go into NVM U16. I like how it has to use admin in order to actually flip the node version. And then let's run Wales Doctor, because that's going to check my system and see if it's all good. Apparently that was enough. Okay, so we're going to go Wales Dev. And this should spin up the dev environment for the GUI. Okay, so this is what Acadius wrote. As you can see, the UI is very similar to EverQuest, which is kind of cool. What is the memory footprint on this? I'm just curious. Because if this is going to be booted every time you start, I want it to be as low profile as possible, you know? So, where is it? That is the question. It is called Project EQ. I don't even know what it's going to be called there. 40 megs. Let's try building a binary and seeing how that looks too. Like the file size, the footprint. Okay, so here's the executable. 17 megs, double click. That was pretty clean. And expansion switcher is 27 megs. That's not bad. And the load time was pretty quick. Try it again. Yeah. And I'll have full control over this UI. And this is all written in Go. So a lot of the code that I'm currently doing should work pretty seamlessly with this. I didn't know I built this. This isn't me. This is Acadius's work. He has it available on his website. And it's in the PEQ expansion switcher Discord channel, project channel, Discord channel in expansion switcher. Yeah, you can find it here. But that aside, I'm just doing some prelim testing. Yeah, it's only like 10 megs with it non-zipped. Or 10 meg zipped, 17 extracted, 40 megs in memory. And boot time seems pretty fast. It's cross-building. And even the find client prompt, we could do something similar. Okay. So now that we got this all going, let's go back to ROF2 Plus. And we can start doing a similar test of getting this all copied over. So we're going to take the main and remove mine. And we're going to go ahead. So this is embedding assets as front end. And we're going to need a git ignore for sure. And we're going to need to take front end, paste it in. We're also going to need all the internals, which is the part I care about more. And I think that's it. Some of the bin directory stuff might need to be versioned, so we'll go ahead and pop that in here too. And then if we do a Whales dev in here, it needs the JSON file here. In fact, I can probably snag both of these. And it wants a Whales Go mod. Well, then tidy it up. Okay. Undefined new app. Okay, that's because app is another file reference that probably is doing a lot of the binding stuff. Yeah, this is where all the exposed functions are. And when I do like an open dialog EQ directory call, in view, there's an import of the exposed function name and an await call that returns the value, its client location. And that client location is a string that this returns. I don't like that it's doing log fatals. It's also informing me that the EQ switchers are not there, and that's likely because of how the import paths work. So like he has all of the paths called EQ expansion switcher. And what we just can do is go RF2 plus, I think for every / like this. And then we make sure go mod. Oh, he didn't have them full named. So what we do is RF2 plus, and we do that. Does that get it to work? All right, we're building our dev environment. This will just be a clone of EQ expansion switcher, but this will save me a significant amount of time if I don't have to mess with the GUI much. I'll just piggyback Acadius's work. Okay. We are not getting a UI. Not fully sure why. But we'll figure it out here in a sec. Whales build. Let's see if we can get the bin directory. The last creation date was the 30th at 4:20 to 4:16. Too many RSC sections. Okay. It might be because of this. I don't know actually why we're getting that error. Okay. So why am I not getting that on this one? Because it just basically just told me now that there's too many includes into the embed. Speaking of, how big is this assets? It's like 7 megs. It's not horrible. Let's see if EQ expansion switcher is still being referenced places. Because if it is, we may need to, yeah, like this file is supposed to be on git ignore, which it is. We may need to switch some of these names around. I don't think any of these will matter just yet. It did generate an RSRC, which mine does not. Maybe it's the RSRC. There you go. Okay. So if there's an RSRC, it conflicts and causes issues. So our build date was just now, and it runs fine. Good. Okay, so now let's start butchering this and reversing all the changes. I'm going to stage these files, but not commit yet. Because a lot of this probably needs to be revamped before I officially stage it. I know we use internal pretty often on the app system. You can see here, but I don't think we require internal for some of my calls. So let's go ahead and at least learn how can I take the source code with all the different components, go to something like the patcher, and find like the client button. Which is this. So this is during a EQ window simple div class. So it takes this. Okay. By the way, if I just hit, I don't know, games, EQ, THJ, or RF2 plus THJ, that sets the path here. You cannot edit this though. Can full screen. Does that actually store that info? Yes. In a simple YAML file. All right, so let's start with the simplest. Let's take a div and do test. I probably can even live reload this. I'm just used to compiling from scratch. Habit. There we go. So now we have a test. Obviously, we already have an issue with the button being doubled. And then we do also have the V model being replicated. But let's say we take out the input field. Yep, it goes away. And so this means we can do some fun stuff like right? Let's go ahead and make a new button called so we have find client window as a function, but we want to do like check EQ or validate EQ path. Okay, so how does find client window? It creates an async function on the bottom, and that ultimately calls so client location is a field. Let's go client validation is going to be a new field I'll add, and it's going to wait for my check call. I'm assuming you can pass arguments. Because we're going to essentially simulate this. So first of all, there's a model from an input field that is ultimately called where is this at? It's like on the bottom here, right? Client validation. Okay, it's already unhappy, but that's fine. Probably because we haven't initialized it, and client validation awaits the check method. Set EQ folder location is after the open. But in our case, we're just going to wait for the check finish. We'll probably make this more dynamic later because we need like a progress bar and stuff. But we need a check method here. And we're going to go ahead and call this method. Do I touch this? Yeah, this is automatically generated. Kind of figured, and this is likely as well. And it's generated by this. So we're going to go ahead and add a new method. We're going to literally just call it check. And looks like you can sprint F, and then we can just give a summary report. So check, and is that right? I think it did things correct. Is that actually rebuilding the entire binary binding as well? It might be. All right, so we're going to hit the client path if we can once this is finished. Oh, it just reloaded the window after rebuild. That makes sense. That's assuming it reloads. It just went blank. Okay, let's just reload it. So now we have this new build command. Check has been versioned and has been put into the app.js. The patcher view has client validation now, and the check method imported. Okay, so we're going to set the EQ path. Oh, find client is now doing an error return. Why? Find button takes client validation data on the end. What was this via model field? This used to be client location. Wait, don't revert that change. Just copy that line. Damn it. There. So now when you hit find client, you do that. And when you hit validate, you get no errors. We also made this like one of the easiest types of validations. I don't know how you export enums, but we did just technically bind the data, which is kind of cool. I'm going to ask ChatGPT here real quick. Using whales, help me code a Golang driven progress bar in a view render. All right, this is the part I actually care about. So we have our app, we've initialized it. During startup, we have a progress bar. We do a runtime events emit. This runtime's events emit, how do we receive that? Let's see. So we have a progress bar. We have a caller and export of default that starts the progress method. And once started, it mounts a value response every return. That's kind of slick. Okay. So essentially, I can send updates just using this events emit for the duration of a call. What happens if you press start progress multiple times? Right. And yeah, just use a muxer. But on the front end, there's a variable called isRunning. Okay, so it has no communication of the muxer being locked or not. Can you expose the muxer lock, the mux mutex, locks, let's just call it mutex, lock state to the front end? So you do a context lock. That makes sense. And they both lock. There's a way to do an atomic lock that does this too, but that works. So you lock, you do the event, and then you unlock. Isn't that a problem though? No, because isRunning would be false, and you can use that as a gate when you start the progress. Okay. And then when you're calling here, there's an isRunning method. It's a reference. Why is it ref? So on managed, you check the progress state. Whenever this event occurs, you set up the value. When progress is done, you flag the value false. And then you can call is progress running. Cool. So this data and this info right here is going to be useful when I work on the actual Steam downloader tracker tool that I'm thinking of. But that was kind of one of my stretch goals. So anyways, I think this is relatively a success and a pretty good progress. We did integrate Whales, essentially copying over expansion switcher, and then did some really early integration with what I've been writing in ROF2+. We got a lot of work to do though for this to fully integrate. because I've never really used Whales deeply, so I'll probably just piggyback Acadius's work and simplify my life. Anywho, with that, I'm going to move on to Pantheon. You moving on with this stuff soon? Can't wait you finish it. Yeah. It's, I mean, in some ways it won't be very far away, but in other ways it's going to take a bit. It's not like I'll be writing anything super miraculous. I'm just attempting. The validation flow, though, is insanely fast. Like, the way that I do that check call, as long as your disk is fast, you should be super fast to validate all of your files. It's going to suck. Yeah. Oh, is this server 2 populated? Oh, we'll find out right now. How are we doing time-wise? 4:30-ish? Oh, see, this is cool. Going to a highly populated server and you get like a bazillion people hanging out here by the bank. My frame rate went down. Well, it's probably just the number of players it's rendering. Hey, look, there's an apple tree literally by the well. Sadly say, look at all them suckers. They ain't suckers. They're just here having a good time, doing their thing. You'll never touch this ever. It's alright. Not for everyone. Let me actually set up my game status though. Pantheon level 4 first time. Pantheon. Rise of the Fallen. Monk. Done. Okay. So when it comes to quests, I need to work on outlanding. So I need to get jutes. I still need to get a couple more bags from the forest dudes. I mean, the frame rate gets decent in smaller populated areas. I probably should just relog though and not be in a highly populated area. Control click to quit immediately. That's fine. Let's go to Black Moon 3, I guess. Cool. Now it's nighttime and I can kill skeletons. Oh wow, there's 3 skeletons here? That's a lot of skellies. Maybe too many skellies. We will find out very quickly. No! Let him kill it? Aww. Oh well, I'm literally right by it. In fact, didn't I fight them and they would be right over here? I feel like I came from the town and went down through here, and it's like right over here. We did get a club, which is monk usable. Can we actually see our weapon damage? So it's 3. I can't tell if it adds DPS or not. I'm assuming it doesn't. And there's a jute plant. We need those too. The long, arduous trade skill harvesting. Okay, so. I think this skeleton corpse is the one I left. Yep. So, I mean, I got 2 out of 3. Music's a little loud. Kind of want to lower it a bit. Like, it's great and all, but it doesn't need to be that intense. Is he going to be okay? We can watch and laugh. He's okay. Then I'll go kill one. I destroy the heck out of that one. Okay, so we have 2 withered clubs. So we can dual wield. And look really derpy. 5 armor and 5 armor, so we can scrap that later. Don't think there's any undead over here. We did find jute over here though, which is good. That was a loud notification. Okay, here's another skelly. So, one sec. Idea. No preference. Figuring out dinner. I'm assuming there's more slots of armor I need to equip. And that it drops. Maybe not though. Oh, feet. Maybe feet. By the way, how low am I? Actually, I'm not too bad. There we go. Oh, when I mean low, I meant like my actual physical location. I switched over to OBS just to see if I was like sunk underneath or anything. But I know my volume's pretty loud. I'm very clear. Did you guys notice that I boosted my bass, excuse me, a little bit? So I sound a little more deeper, I guess. Essentially, I took the equalizer and lowered my highs and mids and boosted my lows so that I just sound... Ooh, some really bad lag just walking right there. That must be like a shard endpoint. Okay, so for my skills, I need to make more lumber. Oh wait, these are the thugs. We don't like thugs. They're bad dudes. They are blue now, though. Ooh, large apple tree. I wonder if I can kill a single thug on my own. Might be worth trying, just because. Because is this guy solo? No, because there's literally a dude there. And a dude there. Is that a skelly? I want the skelly. Can I get the skelly without aggroing him? Nice. Okay, so this guy is technically solo right this second. Do you recover faster if, Alright, moment of truth. Wow, I'm already dead. Jesus. Those guys are no joke. No joke. You know, there's no penalty to death, right? If there's no penalty to death, and you get leveling up for sprinting, and sprinting gets reset every time you die, doesn't it make sense before I hit level 5 to just auto-run sprint and run off the cliff over and over and over until I get sprinting really high? Because the only penalty would just be time. I don't think I need to put anything in here. We can test it in just a sec here. Since we got jute, we can do some cloth stuff real fast. I just need to do a, what is it called? Stuck. Even better, I can just run, hotkey stuck, fall off. Oh, why can't I do it at this moment? Is it just a timer? No. Alright, let's see if you kill me. Kill me, please, so then I can go level up sprinting more. He didn't kill me. I don't know if I want to actually EXP. Okay, can I unstuck yet? Damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this dude and be like... We got this. We're gonna level up our sprint. We're gonna aggro everything. We're gonna release. Run off. Jump. Die. Release. Run. Jump. Release. Run. Jump. Release. Run. Jump. Aww. So it does hurt your stamina. Each attempt. I'm going to take a picture of that though. Send it over to my buddies. It is skilling up though, yeah. But I think it would anyways. We can go mess with it more though. What's up, bro? What? I can't kill him. That's cheap. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to. Unknown command duel. That's when you know it's a bad game. So what can you kill in the town? Nothing? Okay, so we're gonna test. Ooh, I can get swimming skill too. The water is not very impressive from below. You can see all the clipping. You know, EverQuest is super old and it didn't have that problem. Like even the Viz clipping that it did, you know, was a VSP side effect. But like, that's pretty silly looking. Also, there was fish in the water in EverQuest on launch that would actually exit the water and attack you in very epic ways. Hey, you don't even die when you're out of water. You just slowly lose. Okay. Swimming skill up. It does remove my exhausted status. So yeah, it does technically mean I can do it unlimited, as long as I can die every time. If I mess up the jump... But I think jumping actually gives me skill ups too. No! Aw, I didn't die. How many skill ups did I get? Is there even like a... Let's see here. Sprinting, I'm at 10 out of 15. So, I'm doing pretty damn good at that. And my hand-to-hand's maxed. So that's, if nothing else, a reason to go clubbing. Or what do they call gloving? Staving, sprinting, searching, magic defensing. Feign death. Ooh, that'll be fun. Dual wield is 1 out of 1. Dodging is 10 out of 15. I gotta work on my dodge. Oh, you have to work on climbing? Climb the freaking house. Why have a climb skill if you can't climb the house? I'm upset. Oh well, that was fun though. Well, elemental. I guess that's a summoner. Okay, so I think it's over here, the tailoring guy. I don't know, it's kind of fun to suicide yourself over and over and over with 0 penalty. And you need me to do things. What do I need to do again? I need to make 36 in outlanding, make a burlap cord. Pretty sure I gotta make one of these. Burlap. Deliver the 10 pieces of burlap cloth. What 10 pieces? Obtain the sewing needle. Did I already have that? I thought I obtained it already. Reach 36 in outfitting. So I get outfitting for doing a novice cord, which requires a burlap cloth. How do I get the burlap cloth? There's a burlap cloth bolt. But isn't that what this makes? Yeah. If I make a burlap thread into a burlap cloth bow, thread, bolt, that was not a cord. Oh, it tells you if you've had it already. I can make some fighting gloves. Maybe I'll buy them. We'll see how hard it is to make. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open schematic. Come back to here. So these fighting gloves require a basis and a cord. We made the cord, or no, we haven't yet. We're about to. Okay, simple stitching is now ready to be turned in. Which now I can go visit the monastery and help somebody with a dilemma. I did lose my item though, but I can make another one. Okay. And then I gotta make another cord to make a set of fighting gloves. What's a basis? How do you make a fighting gloves basis? What the hell is a basis? Fighting gloves schematic. Fighting glove basis. This is a schematic for the basis, which I do not have yet. Sorry, you got to hear Discord messaging. Let me put that to D&D. Because otherwise, I know that's annoying for everyone else. Hey, Valeth. Yeah, we are testing the headaches of this, I guess, or something. So now that we have the basis schematic, I think I memmed it. Let's see how the heck I do this. Okay, so the basis is more cloth bolts, and then a thread, and then we need tattered leather strips. So we need another bolt. I am on Black Moon. Crafting is still a work in progress from their updates in Discord. It's fine. As long as I can make some freaking gloves. I hope it's that level of complete. I'm assuming thread is purchased. Oh, a monk. I see how it is. I'm assuming I need the burlap thread. And that's what it means by thread. Want me to backseat game your clothing earring? I don't care. I'm usually asking questions all the time anyways. I learned a cool trick to help with increasing sprinting. You want to see it? So you max your sprinting. It's not a great trick, but it's funny. Yeah. I'm aware of that. And then you hit stuck. And then you jump to your death. Which you have to be almost dead. And then you just repeat that over and over and over. And since I'm not level 5 yet, there's no penalty for it. I don't look like this guy yet. Not really, they're terrible. What's terrible? You get a dash that you can chase the engine and fly into the air and kill yourself with since you don't get safe fall. That sounds fun. Sounds as designed. Are clubs even worth it versus my fisticuffs? Give me my damn bags. I've paid the goblin tax. Get a little HP. Now it does regen. It says it's every 5 seconds. So does that mean if I wait 5 seconds and then stand, it goes, I like how I'm smacking myself in the face every time I'm running. Your offhand is going to be better empty for a very long time. Okay. Get in the bag. And I'm assuming the primary is something or other. Not a huge fan of the game, but it has some pretty neat concepts and mostly ripped from Vanguard. Club is fantastic in group play for armor and the shrewd shredding through the gap open. Okay. Primary depends on how good your weapon is and whether you want offensive devos or defensive. I don't care. I've mainly just been playing just because. I'm planning to do a group with some friends soon. Ooh, a flame lily. I haven't looted one of those before. And we're probably going to play Sunday. It's the shittiest one possible. I can't play Saturday, sadly. I'll be out of town. It is a withered club of 3 physical damage with a 3.2 delay. Probably cancer reincarnate. And I can probably unequip it. But I figured if nothing else, I can skill up with it. Because I've maxed my fisticuffs. Hand to hand is 15. I don't even know if I get a club. Maybe staff is what this is. I'm better off barehanded. Okay. But I mean, is it worth it just to skill up? Because I'm kind of taking my time intentionally. I ain't min-maxing here. I'm just playing, learning, fucking around. Okay. Now I do have some quests that were probably worthwhile. Specifically, 6 skill in tailoring and speak to this dude. 10 pieces of cloth to this dude. Sewing needle from somebody. I don't know if I'm supposed to make it or if it's going to be handed to me. And 9 skill. So these are all just, other than this one, it's kind of just fucking loot the jutes. I don't think I need the wild veggies. And okay. Yeah. I think my preferred location isn't... I've never seen a grass beetle before, actually. Are these... No, they're still blue. I mean, I bet they're common, but I just hadn't seen one yet. Or noted it in my observation. And it gave me some beetle eggs. Yeah, it's same old, same old. And you're blue. Ooh, a slog beetle is nice and white. And we got a pretty good readiness build up, so... Let's see if we can finish him off before he kills me. Yeah, see, I can kill white. 1v1. Put some readiness in my boots. Alright. You gonna rest? Want to sell ethereal manticle, 4 AC, 1 stamina, 1 int, rest. Want to sell ethereal robe, 1 stamina, 1 int, 6 AC. Okay. I can tell the stats do not get horribly better. Want to sell apples, 35 silver per stack. That is not actually sounding... How much is a stack? 100? Level up some climbing, I guess. Whee! Kill some toads, get some leather. Since you're backseat driving, Valeth, where do I get loot the best, or jute? I finished the requirement for... I should get boars of meat just to finish that. Why not? I saw the young boars at one point. I just don't fully recall where I found it. But there's another skelly. I'm still working for the boots. Okay. So we got a skelly to the left. You're on Black Moon, so it's probably all taken, but it's just a plant that grows in the grass off the roads in the newbie areas. There's one right here. When I was playing last night, there was not a high population, so it wasn't too bad. Should I... Well, I don't even have 100 silver, do I? Or 50 silver? Eh. Made you look. Greetings, mysterious traveler. Why do you have this, like, big pop-up and that's it? Oh. Sure. I'm listening. Probably shouldn't go over there yet. It is outside of my jurisdiction at this moment. Can I make it up? Can I make it up? No. I need more stamina. What do I have to do for the second one? I'm assuming it's going to be another heavy ass thing. Okay, well, I think it's time for me to hit level 5. How many master points you're going to have to spend on your abilities? Spend them in the codex by clicking an ability and selecting mastery tab. Should I be mastering things? I've heard Soul Shuriken's pretty good. Or should I just store up my mastery points for later? Oh, it's not even in-game yet. So why even show it in the game if you can't use it? Go double check something real quick. I'll be right back. we are going to figure out... I see a jute plant. We're going to prioritize that over the apple tree. Okay. These guys are still blue, including the deer, right? I think they're higher level blue, though. What? Oh. Are they assisting each? Or wait, am I getting attacked? What's going on here? I'm so confused. There's another jute plant, though. Okay, so I like this area. I think it's funny that, like, Pantheon is so slow with its harvesting and trade skills that it makes really boring trade skill games like Rust and 7 Days to Die feel fast. Edzilla says, this game looks like trash to me. No offense to the devs. I'd much rather have had EQ Next. Yeah, EQ Next could have been a lot of fun. They are, Valeth. I would be level 20 now if I didn't have to gather chin, skin, and chop shit. He's a former owl. I don't know if I care about him. He does have a question mark. Can I kick him off? The Great Owls. Oh. I remember the mechanics saying that, like, for the schematics, you're supposed to be able to like get them from other players. So what you're saying is that what you call a handout? Oop, got another bag. The server is busy. People may have farmed so many copies. They just dump them for nothing. Interesting. Where do they dump them? Can you like buy them from merchants or something? But if you do your own work, it's terribly designed. Skulking around for hours and end in learning chest spawn routes and dungeons full of grey mobs. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great system. Oh look, it's the thugs. I don't understand why they put effort into making a system just to be placeholder. Is it just like filler content or something? I honestly shouldn't play this too much because when I do group up with people, I don't want to be like tired of the game already. But I don't know. Let me get level 5 and I'll log out. I'm almost there. Oh, is that what's happening, Valeth? So here's an idea, because I imagine most of the people watching right now are EverQuest players. I want to ask you a question. So stats are king, Papa. Good to know. So, question for you all. If I made an EQ server that focused on mini games, so like quick little mini games that I guess you could solo, but really it's more oriented to like hanging out with friends and fucking around on. That is the weirdest looking beetle. Anyways, does that sound fun? Especially if I made it where like you can take your EQ client of another server, launch it on there, and it will like work with what you got. And it won't like impact your other EQ install. I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit more, but potentially. All right, we're going to hit stuck. And then we're going to go down here. We're just going to kill bullshit. At least we know that these foragers spawn here. And in the nighttime, there's a lot of skellies here too. Anyways, I was brainstorming it with a friend and just sort of talking about like a what if. And basically, the idea is that you have like, one of the ideas was like a mini boss dungeon system where you zone into an instance, you have to pre-make a group for it, and you pre-pick what you're going to be in the dungeon. So like gearing and all that is essentially menu driven or something. I don't know how to do it exactly, but you're basically like a pre-made, and then you have to beat a encounter that's heavily scripted and difficult, like positioning and fighting, and you know what I mean. And when you succeed, you earn a currency that you can use to upgrade yourself for future missions, and maybe even like another currency that you can use in other mini games and stuff. So it's just like a, you know, instance based extraction EQ. I'm not familiar with extraction. Neopets? There you go, Neopets. Yeah. Think Neopets. Some other ideas were like having a dungeon crawler that's like inspired by roguelikes, so that I teleport you into a small area and you have to fight mobs that spawn in that area. And once you clear it, objects spawn in the area that basically teleport you, and you have multiple options. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure. And when you interact with one of the NPCs, maybe it'll be like a voting system. So like multiple players have to walk over there and say, ready. And then the moment you do that, it puts you into the next instance or the next room. And the indicators will kind of give you heads up of like, you know, do you want to go to the shop or do you want to go, you know, continue grinding? Oh, that's a boss room, right? You get an indicator. And so you can kind of prep right before entering the next area. And you basically have intense playing during the, you know, initial entry of the area. And then the moment you clear it, you have like a little bit of rest and relax for the next intense point. But you won't be able to backtrack. And if you die, be interesting. I can make it where you auto res or something. That'd be interesting. So like if you die and then all the mobs die, you just get respawned. You heal. Yeah, so that's a good debate, which is what you're saying. Like, the most people that are going to be playing on EQ are more focused on, like, MMO aspects. And it is kind of a disservice to EverQuest when you don't have the MMO there. So the question is how do I incorporate a mechanic like that into normal EQ? You know? Even if it was like in the overworld, there was the stuff I'm talking about. So you can spawn into a dungeon crawl. That could be cool. Yeah. Okay, so how far am I to 5? I'm literally like a kill away, so... Congrats, Rat. You can make me... Oh no, there's a forager. I want the forager. Let's see if I die. It's the last time I should. Oh, it would suck if I dinged, didn't heal, and yeah. Okay, beware. Dying at level 5 and above means you'll leave a corpse. All coins, bags, and items you were carrying in your general inventory will be left on your corpse. You must remember and return there. You'll also lose some experience, which can cause you to lose a level. Some classes, such as clerics, can resurrect your corpse. It teleports you to your corpse and gives you some experience back. So one question I have, does corpse rot, and how long does it take? I would enjoy the option in my EQ, although I don't think I'd set it back a server with that as its main gimmick specifically. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know if they rot, but if they do, it's a very long... I've left a few overnight. You can also have several corpses out, and they eventually start disappearing to save resources. Makes sense. Well, congrats. I am level 5. I guess I should go double check if I can buy a scroll. It's a boar. That's fine. This game is pretty boring and tedious, it seems, from my experience so far. So I get the Gate of Anger. Why doesn't... It's annoying. Oh, well, I bought it anyways. Gate of Anger. Exhaust your chi to open a Gate of Anger, increasing outgoing threat generated by 250 and block chance by 20%. Yeah, that doesn't sound super exciting. So wait, they remove the block and then don't even leave it, or they don't even update the tooltip. I mean, talk about half-assed. The worst part, you can't move the UI element. Oh, but can you unmem it? Yeah, you can just click it off at least. Yeah. I'll get another gate eventually, I assume. Anyways, I did ding 5. Are any of these traits worthwhile? Should I just go ahead and consume this and be done with it and get the strength? In the remote case, I'll never use it because it's annoying and unmovable. Yeah. So wait, how do you get them? Do you just... like... oh, you just right click on it and then you learn it. It's kind of a weird thing. Congrats on a point of strength. Yay, I can carry more rocks on annoying quests. Kind of short for a Grandmaster. And I look like I came off the fucking street. I'm a hobo. I'm a hobo nun, is what somebody called me. A hobo nun with a bow-legged walk. At least with a robe, but you can't tell that as much. Oh, okay. Why can't I just look like this person? This person doesn't look bad. Why does he have... It looks like he shit his pants. He's got this white... He doesn't wipe properly. Like, even the front looks okay, right? Like, there's not like any shit stains, but then on the back it's just like... He's been sitting down and crapping and not wiping. Okay, I guess I'm gonna crawl on the wall. You got shit stains too? Oh yeah, you got the shit stains. You ain't cool unless you crap your pants. And have a weird suntan forehead. Like, you can tell they put a lot of quality and time and effort on these heads. Sea and storm, peace and fury. Yeah, dude, it's all good. Thanks for hanging out. I'm honestly probably about to call it as well. Most of the monk starter quests are broken, 2 quests in their chain. Yeah, that sounds amazing. But it was amusing. Okay. Well, with that in mind, is there anything else I wanted to do real fast? It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. It's been 3 hours of streaming. Maybe I'll mess around on like some of my daily things. This is something else I play. I'm still on EverQuest. That's interesting. I thought I switched to Pantheon. But I'll show you guys my Deep Rock Galactic Survivor for fun. I think I've showed it before on stream. But I like this game. This is a fun survivor game. Basically,
Gonna get a PhD in guns.
it's a simple survivor game. There's going to be 3 stages if I do a weapon mastery. Let's see if I can do weapon mastery 5 with the sniper.
Weapon mastery is not for greenbeards, miner. 1 weapon only. Are you sure you're ready for this?
It's just a dumb little mine for resources, shoot enemies, survive, kill the boss, move on. Get upgrades, level up. Just a brainless, fast game to play. Okay. Damage.
Supply pod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your
Reload speed.
Supply pod imminent.
Should have worn a hard hat, stupids.
Heal on level up. Probably worth it.
Bingo. Nothing hit harder, but looks fast.
Okay. Knockback or clip size? Knockback for the damage.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Okay, this might be a little dangerous. There we go. I get hit by 1 of the explosions, but that wasn't too bad. Let's get some damage up. I think to win this with this tier, I'm going to need to get damage and reload speed really high. And basically DPS the boss. Wait, damn it.
I got it. This one's for Carl.
Probably the deadliest part of this weapon is that it only goes after the highest hit point mob. And even these little guys add up on damage.
Power of my kin courses through me.
Alright, there's some bosses.
I'm a new dwarf. I want it. Bingo.
Fire rate, reload speed, yeah.
Time to kill.
See, getting a little bit more reliable. Let's get crit chance.
Dwarves don't die, Lenny. You ugly son of a bitch. Die! This one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
One down.
Pretty sweet. Oh, you ugly son of a bitch. Here, have a bullet in the spike. You don't see these every day.
The bugs are going insane. Move, move, move!
Got it right between the eyes.
Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod.
Okay.
Back to orbit.
Now we gotta get to the drop pod.
Hatches shut, taking you to stage 2.
And that's 1 out of 3. Let's get some crit chance. Combines all your projectiles into one thick boy, greatly increasing damage while reducing reload speed. Or I shoot more bullets at less range. Probably more bullets, less range.
Show me more. Power
Get some armor.
through me.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, Miner.
It's quiet.
Basically, my weapon just turned into a shotgun.
This one.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
You shouldn't eat precious minerals. It will get you killed.
Supply pod prep.
Definitely getting a few mobs here.
Triangulate your position so you can land.
Die, monsters! Ugh, I got it in the mouth.
We got a supply pod launch. Stand it. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Probably, ooh, crit chance and damage. It's probably gonna be better. Yeah, definitely better.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Very nice. See, we're leveling up pretty good.
Give it to me. It's mine. Bring the pain. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. This is the smart pick.
Okay.
Yeah. I got it. Lock it in. Sure. Why not? Yoink. One down. Nice. I'll take it. Let's show them some fire.
And there you go.
Done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
Cool. So one more round.
That elite never stood a chance.
We got a lot of upgrades on that one. We didn't finish the blood caps, but I don't really care.
If you make it back.
Crit damage is good.
More options.
Fire rate.
What else we got?
And that's it.
Here we go. You found the dreadnought. Now you just need to make make it come out of hibernation by destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf can do.
Mission control, you surly bugger. This one's for you.
Then we pop all these eggs, and we kill the big egg, and we win. Might want to be a little careful. I'm already at half health. See if we can find some healing. Crystals, sugar, red sugar, I think is what they call it. There's some. Cool, so we need one more egg. Looks like it's on the south there. Ooh, I found a hoarder.
Minerals secured.
More damage is always good.
Gonna go with this.
Cool, let's go spawn the dreadnought out of the last egg.
Please clear it.
Found the cheat.
Might be in trouble. Eek! Oof, I missed. Okay, good. Oh, he's gonna run before I trigger it. Ouch. It's a lot of mobs. Okay.
Yes, please.
Ooh, 50% damage booster. He's definitely getting pissed.
I just became a better dwarf.
Rude. Okay.
It's a little extra special.
And he's dead.
Dreadnought wiped out. Good work, team. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
There we go.
That is another one for the book.
Mission accomplished.
Dreadnought eliminated. We're pulling you home.
Now my weapon's boosted permanently, and that's it. GG. I don't know how long that takes me, but it's like not even 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. But let's go ahead. Find someone else to raid. It's 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Variety Void is up. Who else is playing on EQ? Let's see. We got Void. We got Zentoke. We got... I don't know. V Barthorn. So, let's go raid. Variety Void. He's a cool dude. He's probably being very bored doing triple pet class combo debates. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Staffface. I hope you have a good one. And everyone else too. That was a pretty early pretty early stream for me, which is interesting, but just how it laid out. But all right, guys, have a good one.
So, Bull Boy, thank you for the sub, by the way, man. I really appreciate it.